The day, and it is another day in this earth, and another rapper is gone. So last week you had Enchanting. She passed. She overdosed. That's the Brick Squad member Gucci had on his label. And now you have Foolio. And look, I don't keep up with modern day Florida rappers, but you know this young man, he's from Jacksonville. He's been shot before multiple times. He's about that life, and he's famous for diss records. You know, the one diss record that really made him famous was the Fantasia "When I See You" joint, where he's rapping about his ops. He's at the memorial. You know, he's ODing, taking pictures of people's memorial, just over the top. You know, where I'm from, this is karma. Karma 180 pulled on himself. He was at his birthday party. He was celebrating in Tampa last night, 26th birthday party, and Foolio, and he is a fool, right? So Foolio was out there at a Holiday Inn, and they had a shootout in the parking lot. Four people was involved and got shot. He was the only person that didn't make it, and unfortunately, he's gone now. Now they've had an investigation. Of course, they're gonna do it. Matter of fact, show this clip right quick, and they'll show the news report investigation.
This morning, we received a 911 call about a shooting that happened here in the parking lot behind me on McKinley and Fowler. What we have learned, and again, this is all very early in the investigation, is that 2 cars were shot at. 4 people were shot in total as a result of this. 3 of them were transported to hospitals, and 1 was pronounced deceased here on the scene. So we are working to learn what led up to the shooting, motive. You can see behind me a lot of officers are here. They are talking with witnesses. They are looking for video as it pertains to the shooting. As far as the people that are at local hospitals, we are working to get an update on their condition. It seems like they will survive their injuries, but again, that's very early in the investigation. Those are really the details that I have at this point as we're unfolding and getting updates. I'll take a couple of questions for what I can say.
Jude, were these guests at the hotel, do you know, that were staying here with some kind of beef or rivalry?
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
And can you say anything about the guests that were staying in the hotel? Did they have to be evacuated, or were they told to stay in place after the incident this morning?
Part of the investigation, I don't think so, because of what time it happened. At this point, guests are waking up and we're updating them and we are assisting them with anything that they need assistance with at this time. But it didn't happen inside the hotel. It was in the parking lot.
And so, do you know how many suspects there were? How many people had guns?
Part of the investigation, we're hoping to be able to figure that part out, as well as get a description of the suspects so that we can get that information out to you. But I can tell you that there are cameras here and our officers are working to view all of the cameras and talk with people, who might have seen anything or heard anything. And I think that's the biggest thing at this point. We always say it, but in cases like this, it really does make the difference. If you saw something, if you heard something, any little detail can help us figure out what happened here.
Yeah, man. So this guy, it's over, man. It's just tough, man. But this is the life that he chose. He's been in this type of situation before. Like I said, he's been shot in the past. He was definitely in them streets. He was not a studio gangster. That we could definitely, that's definitely justified with this. But is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, 26 is very young to go out, especially over some nonsense. You want to go out like that in the parking lot of some hotel? Like, that's sad. Like I say, 4 people were shot, him and his homeboys. He was the only one that didn't make it. The star of the group. It was his birthday. And now he's out. So this is supposed to be a weekend of celebration, I assume. Now it's a weekend of grief and pain and sorrow for his loved ones, because now they got to deal with this. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people who are in this lifestyle, they don't take, they don't consider how much this affects everybody else. You got kids. He probably had kids for all I know. You got parents, siblings. You got people that's dependent on you, that love you, and you putting yourself in these situations. I mean, now they got to figure out a way to bury you. You know what I mean? At a very young age. So, yeah, these youngsters. But like I say, I don't really listen to modern Florida rap, so I barely knew. I've heard his songs before. I just didn't really care to look him up and see who he was and all of that. It may be real. But yeah, man, rest in peace to Foolio. We lost Coolio a few years ago. Now we lost Foolio, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Rest in peace to that young man. Those other those other three people are in the hospital right now with injuries. That's the only update they got.